Have you ever felt like you've spent your entire life trying to lose weight, but never actually doing it? You jump from coach to coach, diet to diet, and yet the scale barely budges. Or worse, it goes right back up. Most people think that their problem is their willpower or that they just haven't found the right diet yet for them. But the truth is a lot more simple than that. And it is a bit harder to swallow as well. You are trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. Today I want to tell you about a story of a client of mine, Deniz Sahin. When she first came to me in October of 2024, she was stuck in that exact same loop. She had hired coaches before, but nothing had worked. She felt like she was forever fighting her own body. But what we did over the next year had literally changed her life. Not only because she lost weight, but because we did the exact opposite of what every other coach had told her to do. When Deniz and I started working together, she expected a meal plan and a brutal workout routine, probably what you would expect, right? Instead, I told her that we weren't going to diet. She was completely shocked by it. For the first entire year, from October 2024 to October 2025, she didn't really lose any weight. But that was entirely by design. Instead of jumping straight into a caloric deficit, we started from literally the bottom up. We broke down her daily habits, her demanding lifestyle, trying to run her own business. At the time, she was also working full time and also working on improving her relationship with food, which was at the foundation. We looked at her work schedule, her sleep patterns, and her training behaviors. We didn't strip away the things that she loved, right? We built a lifestyle instead around them, which is where a lot of people go wrong. Deniz knew that this wasn't going to be an easy fix or an overnight success, right? So she committed to the process. And because we actually focused on building sustainable behaviors rather than, starving her, something incredible actually happened. She actually started enjoying the journey. The enjoyment is what kept her around long term. Previous attempts had failed. So honestly, it didn't even get to October 2025. It was by the middle of 2025. Deniz's foundations were rock solid. Her habits were automatic, and she was ready. I was ready. We introduced a moderate, a highly sustainable caloric deficit, an approach that she could easily stick to because her lifestyle was already there to support it. She had the habits. Her starting weight at her heaviest was 80.5 kilograms. 10 months of consistent, steady progress later, she ended her diet at 63.9 kilograms. That is a total loss of 16 kilos. But if you ask Deniz, the weight loss is actually the least interesting part of her transformation. She was recently featured in an article for Bold Journey magazine where she spoke about her creative work in marketing and design. When they asked her who helped her to overcome her biggest challenges, she gave a shout out to our work together, which I obviously very much appreciate. In the magazine, she wrote, "I'm deeply ingrained within gym culture and training, and if you can relate, you will understand that a lot of the disciplines and a lot of the practices that you use in your training also apply to almost every other facet of your life." And to be honest, she's absolutely right. You see, fitness isn't just about fitting into a smaller pair of jeans. It's when you take control of your health the right way, it literally bleeds into every other aspect of your life. Because Deniz took the time to build real discipline, she didn't just lose 16 kilos. She became so much more productive. She started earning more money in her business. She actually has now built an extremely successful business. Moving her body is no longer a chore or a burden. It has become literally her anchor. Most people never take control of their lives because they are constantly looking for shortcuts. They want the 10-week shred. They want the magic pill or the extreme diet. But those shortcuts will only ever lead you back to where you started. If you want to finally stop the cycle of endless dieting and actually change your life, you have to be willing to literally do the boring work first. You have to build the foundations. We say this over and over again, but when is the time that you're going to understand that that's true? If you want to read more about Deniz's incredible journey and her business, I've linked her Bold Journey article in the description below, and I highly recommend that you read it because it's extremely inspirational. And you as well, if you're ready to stop looking for the quick fix and start building a lifestyle that you actually enjoy, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment with your biggest fitness struggle, and let's build your foundations together. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and if there's anything you need, then be sure to reach out.